Imagine a secret weapon that could help you achieve hyperfocus and peak performance. This weapon is not a high-tech gadget but a neurochemical that resides within you: dopamine. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter, plays a crucial role in our brains, particularly in driving our feelings of reward and motivation. When you achieve a goal, dopamine is released and you experience a rush of satisfaction. Now, imagine if you could tap into this process to enhance your focus and productivity. This is where the concept of hyperfocus comes in. Hyperfocus is a state of intense concentration on a single task to the exclusion of all else. It's like being in the zone, and it's a state where we are at our most productive. By understanding and leveraging the role of dopamine in our brains, we can potentially achieve this state of hyperfocus more frequently. Harnessing the power of this neurochemical can open doors to incredible focus and productivity. My journey of understanding dopamine began on a silent meditation retreat. Picture this. I was nestled deep in the woods, surrounded by the tranquil sounds of nature, completely disconnected from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. During this time, I began to notice something peculiar. I was experiencing a heightened sense of focus, a clarity of mind that I had never felt before. Intrigued, I later discovered that this state of hyperfocus was not a random occurrence, but rather closely linked to dopamine, a neurochemical associated with reward and motivation. It seems that the quiet, focused environment of the meditation retreat had allowed my dopamine levels to calibrate naturally, leading to this enhanced state of concentration. This realization was a game changer. I was fascinated by the power of this simple neurochemical and its potential to transform our focus and productivity. This experience sparked my curiosity about dopamine and its influence on our ability to focus. Dopamine is not just about pleasure, it's about the anticipation of pleasure. It's what keeps us focused on our goals. With this in mind, let's delve deeper into understanding dopamine sensitivity. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter in our brain, plays a crucial role in our ability to focus. Imagine it as a spotlight that illuminates what we need to pay attention to. When we anticipate a reward, be it a tasty meal, a good grade, or a promotion, this spotlight shines brighter, making us more driven and focused to achieve our goal. This is the power of dopamine. However, like a light bulb that's been left on for too long, overstimulation can cause our dopamine system to dim. This happens when we're constantly bombarded with rewards, especially instant ones. Think about the instant gratification you get when you scroll through social media or when you snack on sugary treats. These activities flood our brains with dopamine, leading to a phenomenon known as desensitization. Desensitization is when our brain becomes less responsive to dopamine, weakening its ability to focus our attention. It's like trying to read a book in a room where the light is slowly fading. By understanding the role of dopamine in focus and its association with reward, we can start to see how our modern lifestyle, filled with constant stimulation, can impact our ability to concentrate. Understanding this delicate balance is the first step towards mastering your focus. While we can't detox dopamine, we can recalibrate our sensitivity to it. Now, you might have heard about the concept of a dopamine detox, where people try to reset their brain's reward system by abstaining from any form of stimulation or pleasure. However, it's important to clarify that dopamine isn't a toxin that needs to be flushed out of our system. Our brains naturally produce dopamine, and we don't want to eliminate it. After all, it's the neurochemical that helps us feel motivated and rewarded. Instead of trying to detox dopamine, what we can do is recalibrate our sensitivity to it. Think of it as fine-tuning a musical instrument. When your brain gets bombarded with constant high levels of dopamine, say from too much screen time, junk food, or other forms of instant gratification, it's like your instrument getting out of tune. The notes are still there, but they don't sound quite right. To get back in tune, we need to reduce overstimulation and increase our reward sensitivity. This involves taking a step back from instant gratification and learning to appreciate smaller rewards. This allows us to regain control over our impulses and improve our focus. It's about relearning to enjoy the simple things, like the satisfaction of completing a task or the joy of a quiet moment. By boosting our reward sensitivity, we can regain control over our focus. But how exactly can we master our dopamine to enhance focus? Let's explore some practical strategies. First off, consider modifying your break habits. Instead of reaching for your phone or turning on the TV, try something less stimulating like a short walk or a stretch. This helps reset your dopamine levels and heighten your reward sensitivity. Secondly, learn to embrace boredom. Cultivate presence during idle moments and resist the urge to fill every second with stimulation. This reduces reliance on external rewards and trains your brain to find satisfaction in the task at hand. Lastly, adopt a singular focus approach to tasks. Instead of multitasking, give your full attention to one task at a time. This enhances dopamine-driven engagement and helps you dive deeper into your work. With these strategies, you can leverage dopamine to your advantage and achieve hyperfocus. Mastering dopamine doesn't only enhance focus, it also boosts productivity and creativity. When you increase your reward sensitivity, it's like supercharging your drive. Tasks that once seemed daunting become more enticing, sparking innovation and efficiency. Imagine your work habits becoming more fulfilling and effective. You're not just getting things done, you're doing them with a sense of purpose and enjoyment. The power of dopamine goes beyond focus. It's a key to peak performance. Mastering your dopaminergic system is like unlocking a superpower. When you harness the power of dopamine, you can achieve remarkable focus and peak performance. This journey may be challenging, but the rewards are plentiful, leading to more productive and fulfilling work habits. As we continue exploring the fascinating world of neuroscience, we'll delve into the research on flow states and provide practical tools for consistently accessing this state of optimal experience. Stay tuned for more insights on how to tap into the power of your brain for peak performance.